Hello, good evening, Professor and colleagues. My name is Oscar Gonzalez, and I am going to give my oral presentation on how to make a state of the art. I'd like to start my presentation by asking a question. So, what is the state of the art and what isn't? Because I think it's very crucial to see the differences. Many people think that a state of the art is an essay or paper. It's not. Or some other people think that is the development of the body of the research paper. It's not. And others think that it's a demonstration how our ideas can connect one with another. And it's not. But, so what is it? It is a literature review. It's another way to say it's the state of the art. It's a literature review. So what is a literature review? If it's not an essay or paper, it is part of a research paper. If it's not the development of the body, it's part of the essay. So it's a way to gather relevant information that we need for our writing process. So all these major works that have been done in the past in one field of study are the ones that we need for our state of the art. In this matter, we need to look for what has been published and it has been peer review on the sources on a particular topic. What particular topic is the ones that we are interested in. So we review the major concepts, the ideas and results within these sources that would perfectly be fitting our research. So we can demonstrate with those major concepts and ideas and results the relationship between them in a timeline. So in the next slide, I propose why. What is the purpose? Why do we have to make a literature review? Well, there are three major concepts or three major ideas on why we need to do this. The first one is improving understanding of the topic. We need to build knowledge. We need to understand what has been done in the past, and we have to become experts to demonstrate the knowledge that we have on the field. And finally, the last one and the most important one is to help others understand what has been happening in the past when we bring it to the present. So everything is clear and everyone is already working on the ideas that have to be taken in consideration. How to organize this literature review then? Well, there are many ways to do it. By chronological sequence. In a timeline, we can use different moments like decades, half decades, or etc. And in this matter, we can cite authors that have done research on major studies, and the years we have to include the years until today. Another way is through the breakthroughs or the progression of advancements in the field of study. What has been important on each decade? What has been the trending research or approach or topic that has been until today? And then another one is the geographical, which focuses on the countries, the continents, what has been going on Asia, what's been going on America, what has been going on in Africa, and maybe by countries. So we can set this idea, we can tell the reader what's been important in each of these places. And finally, by questions. And this form has been used very often. What are the major questions by these major researchers? and what has been the issues addressed on the topic of the field of study that has been narrowed down to what we're looking for. So when we have this, what is the writing process? How do we write this? Where do we start? Well, the first thing is by collecting and narrowing down all this information is very important. We have to peer review research papers such as journal articles and books, everything that's reliable from a reliable source, and from the library, from the university library, everything that has been authentically accepted. Then once we do that, we have to analyze those resources by skimming and scanning, choosing what fits best our research purposes. And once we do that, we can start thinking about the titles and subtitles. Those titles and subtitles are part of the skimming and scanning. We have to look, for example, for chapter titles, subheads, and the abstract. Many times we find lots of information in the abstract and see if this fits. Personally, I found in the other sources of those journal articles other references that have expanded more ideas and more authors with major works. So when we're all set for writing, first thing we have to do is we need to take notes and write paragraphs based on our collected references. So when we write paragraphs, we are really trying to summarize what has been important on that source, what the author is trying to say, and the conclusions that the author has come after the research. So when we're doing that, we are citing the authors and we are trying to arrange the information in a way that we can make it flow. It's very important that we make it logical, that we make a strong analysis that supports the ideas that we're trying to make or go through our research paper. And in fact, this literature review is the one that has the power to do that. So how do we do that? We summarize our ideas by connecting those sources. And so in this way, we can make transitional connections from one source to another throughout the other. And it has to make sense. And not only to make sense, but also to start supporting our ideas very strongly. And finally, it is super important that our voice is in the text, that our ideas are heard. More than what the other authors are saying is that these ideas are very, very supporting, that they are really, really making the reader understand our own voice and our ideas. Thank you very much for paying attention to my presentation.